Hello, my angels. Welcome back to SAS with a little bit of class. I'm Kiara Williamson. Today we're going to be discussing dyslexia. I feel like, I don't even know if this is a thing, but I feel like I'm having a dyslexic flare up. I feel like it's affecting me worse than it ever has. I don't know if it's with the stress levels I'm experiencing just now. I'm not really sure, but I thought I would dive right in. First of all, I want to say I hope you had the most amazing Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day, whatever you did. Me and Connor went through to Glasgow to the Hot World Cuisine. It was so good. We had to wait outside for like an hour in the cold. It was actually freezing. But once we got in, it was so good. It was really busy though. I actually spoke about this before. Me and Connor don't really do gifts, even though he did get me flowers, a candle, and a box of Ferrero Rochers. Honestly, can't go wrong. I actually can't believe people that put like a price on it. Like, I heard people were spending like £100, like capped at £100, capped at even £50. I'm like that. No, I don't know. Maybe me and Connor are just really boring. To be honest though, actually, now thinking about it, maybe I should make Valentine's Day like a gift day because I only get gifts on one day of the year because my birthday and Christmas are on the same day. Maybe I'm missing a trick here. Maybe I should make Valentine's Day like a gift giving day so I'm not just getting presents one time a year because obviously my birthday and Christmas is on the same day. And I feel like Valentine's Day would suit me. I'm a very pink, lovey-dovey kind of gal. Even though I'm not really a Valentine's Day gal with the gifts, I'm definitely Valentine's Day gal with like the aesthetic of it because I'm like, I love the nails. I don't know if you're watching, but there's my nails. And obviously my house kind of always looks like Valentine's Day's near. So yeah, maybe I'm missing a trick there. Who knows? Might take note for next year. So I don't even know if it's a thing, okay? I don't even know if you can have a dyslexic flare up, so don't come for me, okay, with my terminology. But that is probably the best way for me to explain how I'm feeling just now. If you've watched the last couple of weeks' podcast, you'll know that I'm kind of feeling a bit rocky just now. The end of the week just now just isn't being my friend. We just haven't really been seeing eye to eye. I had a very busy week one week, and by Thursday, Friday, I was literally having a meltdown. This week, I was totally fine until Thursday, Friday, and then I had another meltdown. So, yeah, I don't really know how to get past that, but what I have noticed is that when my stress levels are high, my dyslexia likes to come out and make them 10 times worse. If you've got dyslexia, you'll know that it could definitely knock your confidence and your self-esteem. So my self-esteem and confidence is at an all-time low, and my stress levels are at an all-time high. So we're trying to bring them back somewhere in the middle, you know? Trying to balance this out. So basically last week I was discussing how I was feeling at dancing, and I just feel like, I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling like I don't really belong there. Feeling like an imposter really. Because I've joined a new class and things like that, and my confidence in my new class is affecting my confidence in how I perform in my original old class. So I'm like, yeah, stress levels are high. I was speaking to one of my dance gals and they were like, your confidence is so low, it's so visibly like, it's so sad to see. I think I'm feeling like that because I've been so stressed out. I've had a lot going on, like with work and things like that. So when I'm stressed out at work and then I go to dancing right after, I physically cannot learn the dance. Like my brain's like, no, we've done enough, you know? And with dyslexia, I don't know if you have it or maybe someone you know, or maybe you're raising a child or someone in your work life or whatever has dyslexia, then here are some tips and tricks. Let me shine a little light on it for you. If you do have dyslexia, you actually might know that it could affect your speech as well. I actually didn't know this. I just thought that my speech is terrible and the way I articulate myself is completely different to how I actually think, and how I come across and present myself is completely different as well. And I always kind of thought like, I have conversations like that with my dad all the time. I'm like, why am I like this? Like, why am I different from everyone else? Why can everyone just say a full sentence, not stumble on a word, not hesitate, not stutter? Like, always knew that I was a bit different for that. I don't notice anyone else doing it. And now I'm realising with doing research on dyslexia that goes hand in hand. It's not just about your reading and your writing, it's also about how you articulate yourself and how you speak. And I'm like, I never knew that. I always just thought that was kind of why like I misread words or misspell words. And I feel like I don't, this is going to sound so weird and I'm totally like calling myself out here, but I feel like I don't learn, I feel like I memorise and remember. Do you know what I mean? So I don't actually learn any words, I feel. Most of the time, if it's like a tricky word, I just memorise it. I just have a method of how I remember it, but I never actually learn it. I can't take that in. So I get migraines quite a lot, and I can completely tell when I've had a migraine and I've been doing children's journals or reports or things like that, because my spelling and my writing is atrocious. It is so bad. And I'm like, there's literally nothing I could do there to fix that. Actually, my work's actually stepped in and given me a laptop, but we'll talk about that later on. But beforehand, when I was actually physically having to write everything by hand and I had a migraine, to be fair, it's helped the writing, having a laptop, but the spelling, sometimes the computer doesn't even know what I'm trying to say at this point, and then I'll need to change the whole sentence. But also it can also affect your speech in a way if you're in an environment and you don't feel safe. And I don't mean safe as like in danger. I mean if you don't feel like yourself, or you're a little bit anxious in your workspace or environment that you're in, and that will cause you to slip up more than usual, because your brain's like, I cannot slip up here, so I will do it 100 times more. Does that make sense? We'll go into fight or flight, and that is when you'll start to see yourself stuttering a lot more. You'll see your body is basically like internally panicking, and every word that you mispronounce, or sometimes it's not even mispronouncing a word, but sometimes it's actually replacing that word with a word that's maybe similar. And that could be similar in a sense of sounds the same but literally makes no sense. Like you can't substitute that word for that word, if that makes sense. So I wasn't diagnosed until I was about 18, 19, and it was when I was an apprentice at a nursery. Basically, I remember at primary school being taken out of the class, and I remember doing work that was like very, very not at the level that I should have been at, and not the level that I was learning in class. So basically, when I came out, they were getting me to do sounds, they were getting me to write like very easy words and things like that. And they were saying they were going to send this up to the high school. But with them being so very hush hush and not exactly telling me and making it kind of like a big deal, then I was internally like, okay, something's wrong. Do you know what I mean? There's a big problem here. Something's wrong with me. Why am I getting pulled out of class? Why am I doing this easy work? Like, am I stupid? Am I not going to high? Like, I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. So then I kind of went into myself a little bit, and I thought, okay, well, that's never happening again. So when I went up to high school and they tried to take me out of class, and I was like, no, I'm not going. And that was that. I don't actually think they ever told or spoke to like mum and dad about it, so I don't know why it was so like hush hush. It was a very weird situation. And I remember when I went into the room in primary school, it was literally just me, this teacher that I'd literally only like seen wandering about the school. Like, we had no relationship at all. We went into a room one-on-one, and it was very much like can you do this, can you do that, can you tell me this, and it was very like, I felt the pressure. It was very intimidating, and yeah, I just didn't like it. It was like an airy room. It was just horrible. It wasn't inviting at all. And I just felt like I was getting a test. And I was probably getting assessed at that point for dyslexia. But yeah, it was just, the way it went about was just not great. So yeah, that kind of pushed me away and made me back off a bit. And then at high school, they tried to take me out of class again, and I thought, not happening, not here. Do you know what I mean? High school's a different scene. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I used to do something different at high school than everyone else, like, I'm not having that embarrassment. I'm not having the conversations. I am not going through that. High school's bad enough. So I refused that, and that was basically the end. And like I said, they didn't contact anyone. So yeah, I knew people with dyslexia and things, and I didn't have any like judge on them. Wasn't judging them. It was just like I didn't really think of it, to be honest. But for me, I wanted to just fade into the background. I didn't want to be the one getting taken out. I didn't want the colour over the page. I didn't want any of the tools or anything like that. I didn't want anything different. I just wanted to blend in. Then left school, I done a few prelims, done a couple of exams. I'm pretty sure I actually did get offered the extra time and for someone to read out the things to me, but I said absolutely not. Like I said again, just want to be your standard, typical pupil. Do you know what I mean? So left school, totally fine. And then I done an apprenticeship to be an EYE, which I am now. When I was doing my qualification, someone else I was working with actually has dyslexia, so they were basically getting tools and things to help them achieve their qualification and things like that, just to make it obviously a little bit easier. She also had dyslexia as well, and I basically said, oh, I would love to like speak with them and just like to see if I had it. I think I had about an hour long conversation with them. They gave me loads of questions, lots of scenarios, and basically told me that I had it 100%. They says every question you've answered, you've came back, and yeah, basically got 10 out of 10. So they said to go further for a proper diagnosis, I would need to pay a lot of money that I don't really have, and it wasn't really that important to me to be diagnosed. Like, I already know that I'm struggling with this, so I just kind of needed that confirmation that yes, this does sound like dyslexia and you've scored quite highly. So yeah, that was that. They offered me again the same kind of tools. They offered me like a laptop and things. Again, I said absolutely not. I don't want to be different. And these things wouldn't have even been used really in the workplace. These would have been used like at home while I was doing like my coursework or whatever. I just didn't want it. I just felt like, no, like I just want to be typical gal, okay? I just want to go, I just want to get everything done, I just want to do what everyone else is doing, and there's no need for me to be different. Do you know what I mean? I just want to be normal, you know? Yeah, that was that. I passed my course, it was totally fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've done years without having any help, so what's going to stop me now, basically? So yeah, fast forward to my workplace now. I was actually speaking to a senior member of management, and basically just letting them know that when I'm doing journals or reports or things like that, that I'm using my phone to like spell check, and I cannot proofread to save my life. Whatever I read, okay, it says what I want it to say. Yeah, I can't proofread my own work. I just can't do it. I could proofread other people's, just not my own. I think it's because obviously I know what it says, but when I do it to other people, I have no idea what they've wrote, so I need to really read it. So anyway, and they would like use a laptop, and I'm like, that no. And there's other people in my work that use a laptop for like various reasons, and I'm like, I am not using a laptop. Like I say, blend in. Do you know what I mean? See the running pattern here from school to work. I just want to blend in. I just don't want to be different. Do you know what I mean? If I'm behind a wee bit, just give me a wee bit of grace, you know? Then it was like, have a laptop, try it for one day, and that's it. And if you don't like it, don't use it again. So I used the laptop for one day, and I've not stopped using it since. I absolutely love it, and it doesn't make me feel different because it's just a standard, ordinary laptop, and I just type away. Do you know what I mean? And it kind of feels like I'm at home because I do a lot of work on my laptop anyway when I'm here, like editing and whatever. So I kind of just feel like I'm doing what I do, you know? So it's really, really good. Absolutely love that. So, and like no one cares. Do you know what I mean? Some people have been like, oh, you've got a laptop now, and that's it. Like there's no judge. It's totally fine. Dyslexic can show itself in different ways. So instructions could be a tricky one. I find that at dancing, if I've had a really stressful day, then follow instructions at dancing will be near impossible. Like, I see loads of people, basically everyone in my class could like watch the dance once and just know it, okay? Or they will get taught the dance and instantly learn it. I literally cannot do it. Like, I just couldn't do that. I feel like I'm always a step behind, like in every element. Like, I've got an in-service day coming up. I know for a fact I'm going to have a migraine. At work, I can look back and I'll know when I've like been writing observations and things when I've got a migraine, because one, the writing is atrocious and the spelling is even worse, to be honest. I actually used to do this thing at school. I think this is maybe how I went under the radar. If I didn't know how to spell a word, I would write the start of it, or what I definitely did know, and then I would just scribble, and my writing used to be tiny. I've actually been pulled up on that in my work, been like, you write a little bit bigger, and I'm like, tiny little writing. But then when I've got a migraine, it's like big and messy. So I'm like, there's just no in between. I've seen so many people on TikTok and I just cannot relate. They're all like, I absolutely love my dyslexia. It makes me me. I'm not at that stage yet, I can't lie. It honestly ruins my confidence, my self-esteem. I feel silly. I feel below everyone. And when I know loads of people and I'm around people with dyslexia quite a lot, and I don't see their traits, I don't see them messing up and like spelling things wrong, and you don't see it in other people. I feel like everyone sees it in me. Mine must just be, I guess we've all got like a different degree of dyslexia. But I feel like I never see anyone else slipping up and mispronouncing words and like constantly asking, how do you spell this? And it's like the easiest word, do you know what I mean? And I feel like I also second guess myself as well. I think confidence and dyslexia kind of go hand in hand, but because I don't have the confidence or the self-esteem to believe in myself, I think every single word I'm writing is wrong. So yeah, I am gonna go now. I've actually filmed this episode twice because the first time I recorded it, I ran out of storage and I didn't notice. So yeah, I hope I've shone some light on that for you. I feel like dyslexia is just not spoken about enough. And if it is spoken about, it's very much just the writing and the reading aspect of it. But I feel like it's never really spoken about how it can affect your speech and your ability to process information as well and instructions. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will see you next week. Hopefully I'm in a better, cheerier mood. I'm trying to keep it upbeat for you guys, but keeping it real at the same time. So yeah, don't forget to tune in next week. It's meant to be 12 o'clock on Sunday. I am a little bit late today. I apologise. Don't forget to check out the description where you'll find a link to send me anonymous entries. You can tell me what you thought of the pod. You can give me your opinions, give me your dilemmas, anything you like. All of my socials are also linked in there. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Love ya. Bye.